Hello, 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 and welcome to Karloc does Biffacraft. So here we are at the Messer stop. This one's got a glass in the way, a long section of unpowered here. That when you press the button, press it properly, it lights up for a while, hopefully long enough for you to actually run across it and up the hill before there you are, turns itself off. So we've got the portal there to the Messer and my beautiful multicoloured wool, which I think actually looks quite nice. And over here tells you which direction to go. This is just a storage room here, so that if you want to load up with hardened clay, what did I put in here? Messer stuff. I'm not sure I've got anything left. Oh, a little bit. Oh yeah, had a lot of bran I didn't have a need for, so just leave it here till I need it. I think this was predominantly stuff left. Oh look, some more pickaxes. I just have them everywhere. Yeah, so this is basically just building material more than anything. And you can get into the ice track. Oh, have we got any with us? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I remember now. I had to come back here in 1.9, which we are now in, to apply the trapdoors that could not be placed there because they weren't up against a wall. Oh, that looks better. So much better. So I'm missing over here as well. Oh, perfect. It's done. I've completed Minecraft. Let's pop them back in here, otherwise, in case I need them. Right, so it's very basic in here, really. If I can remember where, we can pop through the wall to the redstone, and this is the redstone controlling the track, which is just pulse extender, one where it wraps around twice and ends on the falling edge of the pulse, not the leading edge of the pulse. Oh, and over there would have been the better way to break through because I still can't get out here. Here, wall's back. Right, so yeah, very simple in here, but it was basically about access into the Messer, really. Alright, okay, I need to be this one. Bolt extender kicks in, keeps that live so I can carry on going. I don't think it's too much further to Ty's base from here, which is why I just extended this track on, because we weren't far away. Oh, and there's another trapdoor I need to put down on that corner. And then there are the portals to Ty's base. And here is where I started building a little station for his end. This is probably, where is it, up here? Yeah, the closest I got to rage quitting on a project, which is why I haven't been back here for a long time. I will just switch to the camera account, I think, and show you from the outside. Okay, so here we are on the camera count. Slow it down a bit, it's a bit fast, a bit slow. Right, so what did we have here? Yeah, so we had this slope down which was going to be removed eventually, and some sort of drop or a spiral type thing, and then this room would become a lot more opened up. As you can see, this takes up a big chunk in the middle. Some of these paths are the original paths through to his portal, and let's just nip through the wall. As you can see, lots of lava out here. So yeah, so this was going to be, or is, but it's just not completed. On my little station up this end, obviously not that little, it took a lot of lapis. Unfortunately, I'd done a lot more work. I'd finished the more of the lapis work, although I should put some of this back. Finished rounding it up, and because it was supposed to be a sort of almost like a circle, I then built netherrack all the way around here. Not totally finished, but blocked off that hole underneath, so it looked a bit better, looked more suited in its surroundings. And the server restarted and rolled back about 2 hours of my work, and I got a bit fed up with that, so I left this project for a while, and yeah, just never had the time to come back and finish it. It's a shame. I think it would have looked quite good. And then from here, Ty could have, he hadn't worked on his nether connecting his hub portals yet, could then just connect up. In fact, I don't think, oh, there is a little bit of a path left. I think I rebuilt this actually, because the rollback had moved this path, and the rollback in certain chunks had like chopped it off, so there was no way connecting back down to the portal, so I rebuilt some of it through the netherrack. And the plan was to have a lot more decoration inside here to make it look slightly less plain, but yeah, that never happened. Right, okay, back to the main account. Alright, so back to Furcal Station again. Have I not? No, that's just a power bit. No dispenser put in here yet. Yeah, because I was going to build stuff up the top. So again, yeah, lots of sea lanterns in here, lots of wood, a bit of clay, lots of packed ice. Luckily my Guardian farm produced a lot of stuff. In fact, let's have a quick look at the blocks. So crafted blocks, quite a few, 46,000 sea lanterns, 53,000 iron block, 60,000 slime blocks, and yeah, mined, what else, stone was what I mined the most of, 735,000 bits of stone. Okay, press the button and let's fast forward this. So here we are back at Furcal Station, and main glass, yes. Crazy 1.9 changes. It used to throw you out beautifully and you'd land on the floor, just here. So yeah, so that is the rainbow line. So carrying on round, what have we got here? Oh yes, I remember. Cave of Cake, Villager Retirement Home. Then we've got Karloc's Fishing Shack. Oh, I don't think I've shown that on video yet. This was my little fishing shack that I set up predominantly after 1.9 or 1.9. No, it's 1.9. Because obviously slime blocks were broken, pistons were broken, and my main base, which is over that way away, was just unusable because ghost blocks would duplicate all over the place on the slime blocks, and there's a lot of slime based farms there. It was a bit of a nightmare. So I made this little bit of a fishing shack here, which is very simply just an AFK fisher. Fishing rod on, it's a very standard design by, I can't remember his name. Okay, I did not just pause the video and go and look, I remembered it. It was Panda 4994. His basic standard design with the iron door. The iron trapdoor version doesn't work on this server because of the lag or the latency between me and the server. So this is the one. It's basically the first half of the farm built so that I don't need the dispenser to throw out fishing rods to me, because I just manually went through a couple of fishing rods until I got one with mending, and once you've got one with the mending you can literally carry on forever. So yes, basically very handy. Fish farms are pretty overpowered, especially if you're AFK. So the only difference here between it and the standard design is don't have the dispensers and the hopper underneath me feeding me fishing rods. These are just a couple of chests for convenience for putting stuff in, and where I put out some of the mending books too. Handy if you're going to be AFKing for a while and you want to mend something is I tend to take all my mending gear off, stick it in a chest in case I happen to die while AFK, but also the mending will just go to the one or the two items because the fishing rod and whatever you're trying to mend. I think the only slight change I made, which isn't really a change, is I take the power off the switch to lock me in on this door. So when you turn the farm off, which actually powers the switch, it goes round and it opens the door so you can get out. So it makes it a bit safer, lit up so mobs can't spawn in here. A little bit of glass around here to just double check that if a mob managed to drop down there, they're unlikely to be able to get to me. Just built into my shack. What's that? Oh, these are on top of all the hoppers. And then below I have basically the drops from the farm, which are raw fish. Just go straight under here, a bunch of hoppers into a trash can, lava under there somewhere. So then this is a manual chest that if I want to put stuff in that I don't want, I put it in there. You heard the tick 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 of the dropper as it drops it into lava, and then it's gone. I tend to always make these, can you see that, on a trapped chest, so that if I accidentally put my most important stuff in there, then before I close it I've got a chance to take it away. And then because the trapped chest will lock the hopper, so yes, it's just a big sorter along here. So clownfish, string, bowls, lily pad, rotten flesh, raw salmon, bones, ink sac, sticks, tripwire hooks, pufferfish, leather, name tags. And then anything that can't be done, I've emptied out beautifully here. Anything can't be sorted just drops in here. Then I come in here, sort out saddles. I think most of these chests are full of saddles, so yeah, I felt that was far more than I'd ever need, so the rest goes into lava. Here is some chests where I'm putting enchantment books because they're always handy, and the rest you pick it up here, pop it in there and just destroy it. So yeah, it produces quite a lot of stuff if you AFK enough. Raw salmon, and salmon's quite a decent food supply if you haven't got steaks, better than raw fish. ink sacs a few. So yeah, the main drops that I think are useful from here are obviously enchanting stuff, if you want the fishing rods or the bows for stuff. Name tags, very cheap source of name tag. Pufferfish, it drops so often that once you've got a few stacks you'll never need any more. Chipwire hooks are always nice, but yeah, it's probably ink sacs that you'd get a few of. Raw salmon's not a bad fish to eat, and name tags and books. And obviously once you've got enough saddles, then yeah. So here are a few bows and fishing rods in case I wanted to combine them. So that is my fishing shack. Hello Piggy. Oh look, Karloc's piggy killer, we might as well kill him. So over here we have a bit of an experiment that didn't work, and I gave up on it and haven't torn it down yet. It's basically just going to be a mob spawner, but I was just AFKing too far away from here and it just didn't work, so I didn't really need it. It was just fun to do it. Oh, I remember. And then 1.9.2 came up, which meant I could go back to my base, so I didn't have to spend time here anymore. So back to Grand Furcal Station again, and basically partly we wanted to fill up all these little sections around here with things, and we didn't obviously have portals for everything, so we were thinking of little shops or other such things. So I popped one of these up quickly. Not much effort got into the decoration here. Basically a number of people were after mending books from time to time, so I just thought I'd create this. I was thinking about adding other books but never did. So, oh, and some diamonds, we'll have them. So yeah, so here are a bunch of mending books from villagers. As you can see, some of my working chests from that station information. So we've made it all the way around. So we've done, I think, I don't know if I've ever really looked at the cave spider farm. I think I might have briefly. So this is right next to my guardian farm. In fact, when you're here, some of the guardian farm should spawn. And there's the guardian farm over there. One of my favourite features here is the light in the ceiling that lights up when you go near it. Shame you can't use them intentionally, you just have to have them where they are. There you are. Oh, and it worked. Luckily it's lit up enough that nothing can actually spawn. So this is my cave spider farm. Actually, let's quickly switch to the camera cam. Okay, here we are, just above Karloc on the camera count. So this is the cave spider farm. So where's he gone? There should be a villager in there. Oh, there he is, right down there. So basically the AFK spots here, it needs to be upgraded or altered a bit for 1.9. I haven't done that yet. The crusher obviously no longer works because it drags the spiders out, and this method is not quite so safe anymore because they seem to be able to poison you quite often from here. Previously they could very rarely poison you if you were like down in this block here where you could just hit them because they pop up under this fence post here, then you were okay, but now they seem to poison you a lot. So there's just a bunch of drops chests here. string gets pulled up through here, so you can trade it with the villager down there who trades for string. So you can, while you're AFKing, or not AFKing, but rather you're killing spiders, you can trade with the villager and get emeralds. And I think one of his trades is you give him raw fish and an emerald, and he turns it into cooked fish to help clear it. And then there's a little bit of coal, because occasionally you need the third trade to unlock